Hi boys and girls, today you're going to need your whiteboard, marker, and eraser. If by chance you don't have those materials available to you, go ahead and just use a piece of paper and a pencil. You could use your math journal, any kind of paper you have for today. You just are going to need a little bit. Take a look at these take all and take half facts. We're going to be working on these today. What would the answers be to these four problems? Can you write just the answer on your whiteboard? Did you notice anything about the answer to the four problems? You should have noticed that the answer to all four problems was 0. This is what we call the take all facts. We call them the take all facts because look, we're taking away everything and the answer is always going to be 0. Now let's take a look at a different type of fact. I'm going to cover part of this 10 frame. And I want you to think about what a subtraction equation would be that would show the number of dots taken away. So for example, we'll work through this one together. You should see that there are 10 black dots on here. If I cover up the bottom section of that tens frame, what equation would represent what I have taken away? You should be thinking it would be 10 minus 5 equals 5. Because if you see, we started with 10 dots. I covered up 5 and that left 5. So the equation that matches this is 10 minus 5 equals 5. Let's see if you can do one on your own now. This is how many dots I'm starting with. I'm going to cover up half of them. And I'd like you on your whiteboard to write the equation that matches what you see happening on this card. How many dots did I take away? All right. Did you write 12 minus 6 equals 6? If you did, that's exactly right. Great job. So you can see the card started with 12 circles. I can quickly add those up. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 2 more, 11, 12. I covered up half. Half of 12 means I only have 6 showing. That means I covered up the other 6. So the equation is 12 minus 6 equals 6. All right. I bet that you can do this one now. Quickly count up. How many dots do you see? I'm going to cover half of them. And now I'd like you to write the equation that matches the number of dots taken away. Write that on your whiteboard. All right, what do you think? If you wrote 14 minus 7 equals 7, you've got it. All right, just for good measure, let's do one more to make sure you've really got it. All right, here we go. Count up the dots. You can quickly add those up. You know that this is 10, and add on these red ones. I'm going to cover half of them. Here it goes. What is the equation that represents the number of dots taken away when I covered it up? Can you write that on your whiteboard? All right, let's check. If you wrote 16 minus 8 equals 8, great job. There were 16 dots in all. I covered up half of them, leaving only 8 to show. 16 minus 8 equals 8. All of these equations that we just worked on here are examples of what we call take half facts. Why do you think they're called that? Well, if you said they're called take half facts because we're taking half of the number away that we started with, you're correct. Also, take half facts always are going to involve even numbers. Why do you think that is? Would it make sense to take away an odd number? Take a look at this. Is it even possible to take away half from this card? So I have 11. Could I take away half? I definitely couldn't. So this is an example of why take half facts are always going to be even numbers. They never will work with an odd number. All right, let's try a little bit more. I'm going to show each of these cards to you one at a time, and I want you to tell me if it is a take half fact or not. So in your head or quietly out loud, you can just say yes or no when I show these to you. You will say yes if it's a take half fact. You'll say no if it's not. All right, if you can't see the screen very well, remember you can always press present if you haven't done that yet to make the screen big, or the little square that makes it big, little rectangle in the corner. All right, here we go. Remember, you're going to say yes if it's a take half fact, no if it's not. What do you think? Yes or no? Okay, you should have said yes. How about this one? Yes or no? Is that a take half fact or no? Nope, it's definitely not. I see an odd number. This red circle has nothing that matches it. How about this one? Yes or no? All right, again, yes. This is a take half fact. How about this? Is that a take half fact? Yes, it is. Good job. Let's go back over here to this side. What do you think? Yes or no? Is that a take half fact or not? If you're thinking no, you're correct. Look up here. There's no match for this second red one up on the top. There's nothing down below. So that is not a take half fact. How about this one? You guys are getting fast at these. The answer, you're right, is no, that is not a take half fact. Let me quickly uncover the rest of these. I'm sure you see this pattern that I've created here. Everything on the left-hand side is an example of a take half fact. Those are all the even numbers. I could take half away and I would be left with exactly half that amount on the card above. Now, this side, these are not take half facts. If you notice, those are all odd numbers. Okay, so today you learned what the take all facts were. Those are when we take away all the facts and the answer is what? 0. And you've also learned to recognize what a take half fact is. That's just like the name says, you're taking away half of what you started with. And your answer is exactly what you took away from it. So for example, this first one was 12 minus 6 equals 6. We took away exactly half. We took away 6, and the answer is also 6. All right, great job, guys. We're going to continue to work on take all and take half facts as we move through the year in Number Corner. Thanks for hanging out with me today.